Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today I'm going to be doing my college football Week 11 top 25 playoff rankings predictions. It's the first time I'm doing this season. Last week when it was the Week 10 college football playoff rankings, I actually didn't know it was happening when it happened. So now I know that every week on Tuesdays. Well, I know that this happens every Tuesday. I just didn't know it was starting last Tuesday. But now I know today, and let's go over my college football top 25 playoff rankings predictions going into the selection show that will be at 6 o'clock tonight on ESPN. And that's where we'll find out what the college football playoff top 25 looks like going into Week 11. But let's get into my predictions. At 1, I have a new number 1, Georgia, previously 2. I mean, Ohio State struggled against Rutgers, while Georgia be the top 12 team in Missouri. Obviously, they only won by 9 points, but Georgia still managed to beat a really good team like Missouri, and Ohio State struggled a little bit against Rutgers. I have Ohio State at 2, though, as they beat Rutgers 35-16. Georgia beat Missouri 30-21. Then I have at 3, staying at 3, I have Michigan. They beat Purdue 41-13. Then I have a new number 4, Washington, previously number 5. I mean, Washington they're winning good games, and they're beating good teams like USC and Oregon and a couple other good wins for Washington. While Florida State, the best win they have is LSU. Their best win is against LSU, and now LSU's lost 3 games. So their best win is against a team that has lost 3 games. So Washington deserves to be over Florida State. Then at 5, I have Florida State, previously at 4. At 6, staying at the same spot, I have Oregon. It was a good win for Oregon this week. I can't remember who they played, though. I can't remember, sorry. Then 7, staying at 7, I have Texas. They barely beat Kansas State in overtime. Great win for the Texas Longhorns, but it was a little bit of a struggle. Wait, did that game not go overtime? Yeah, the game went overtime, and Texas won by 3. And then at 8, staying at 8, even though Alabama had a great win over number 14 LSU, I have Alabama staying at number 8. With the two teams having the same record, you just can't put Alabama over Texas with the way Texas beat Alabama. And I know people will say it was early in the season, but still, Texas went into Alabama, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Longhorns fan. Texas went, non-biased, Texas went to Alabama and beat them in their home stadium. That's an amazing win. It's very hard to beat Alabama on the road, and they did it. I don't care if it was at the end of the season, the middle of the season, the beginning of the season, or if there was preseason, which there's not preseason in college football. I just think it's really impressive to win at Alabama. I don't care at one point it was during the season. Still a great win for Texas. Alabama was the better team, and Texas was the better team that game. But at 8, I have Alabama, previously 8. Then at 9, they nearly lost this week against Texas A&M, 38-35. But I have Ole Miss at 9, previously 10. At 10, I have Penn State, previously 11. At 11, I have Louisville, previously 13. They beat the crap out of Virginia Tech, 34-3. At 12, staying at the same spot, I have Missouri at 12. I'm going to explain this. I mean, Missouri, they played a good football game. Going into halftime, it was tied at 10. They only lost by 9 points to the number, in the regular rankings, number 1 team in the country, college football playoff rankings, number 2 in the country, and they're about to be the new number 1 again. So to play a game, play that good of a game like that for Missouri, I think it was a great game. They played a great game, and I think that was only their second loss of the season. So I don't think they deserve to drop that far because they're a good team. I mean, yeah, they just nearly beat one of the best teams in college football. The best, if not the best team in college football in Georgia. So I'm not taking them down at all. I mean, if you're taking them down a little, at all, not that far down in the college football rankings. At 13, I have Oregon State, previously 16. They barely beat Colorado 26-19, but still a good win for Oregon State. And with some teams in the middle, like LSU, Notre Dame losing, a couple other teams, Oklahoma, I think there was one other team that lost. There's there's chances for some of those middle teams that were kind of next up to jump up the rankings, and I think Oregon State's one of those teams. So I have them at 13. And another team as well, 14. I have Utah, previously 18. Good win for Utah this week. 15. I have Oklahoma State, previously 22. One of the biggest upsets of the week, over Oklahoma. They were 22, and Oklahoma was 9, and Oklahoma State got the win. And I know Oklahoma State was at home, but it's still a really good win. I have them jumping in the top 15. At 16, I have Tennessee, previously 17. They just beat the crap out of UConn 59-3. At 17, I have Kansas, previously 21. They just beat Iowa State 28-21. At 18, I have Oklahoma, previously 9. They just lost to Oklahoma State 27-24. At 19, I have LSU, previously 14. They just lost to Alabama 42-28. I mean, I know that, obviously when a team loses to Alabama and it's a little bit of a close game and they're a ranked team, you don't see them fall that far. But for LSU, I think this is a little bit different because this is their third loss of the season. So you're going to see them fall just a little bit because it's that third loss. And then at 20, I have Notre Dame, previously 15. They lost this week to Clemson 31-23. At 21, I have Tulane, previously 24. At 22, I have Iowa, previously non-ranked. They just beat Northwestern 10-7. At 23, I have Arizona, previously non-ranked. They've been getting wins against good teams. They just beat UCLA 27-10 at home. They beat a couple other good ranked teams, Washington State, who was ranked at the time. They nearly beat USC in overtime. They lost, though. And they've been getting really good wins throughout the season so far, and they definitely deserve to be in the top 25. And at 24 and 25, I have two teams who lost, but lost against really good teams and nearly won. At 24, I have USC, previously 20. USC didn't make it in the top 25 rankings in the other rankings, but I think USC makes it in this one. I mean, they're 20, and you only lose by 10 points to the top 4 team in the country. You deserve to stay in the top 25. You made it a close game. You made it an entertaining game. You scored 42 points on Washington. I think they deserve to stay in the top 25. And then 25, I have Kansas State. Yeah, I mean, they only lost by 3 points to Texas. And I also want to look at their 3 losses. I know they're 6-3, and they were previously 23 in the rankings, but their 3 losses to Texas, number 7, Missouri, number 12, and also Oklahoma State, number 15. So all their losses are to top 15 teams, and all those losses are one-possession games. When they lost to Missouri, they lost by 3. When they lost to Texas, they lost by 3, and when they lost against Oklahoma State, they lost by only a total of 8 points. So all one-possession football games on their 3 losses against top 15 teams. So Kansas State deserves to stay in the top 25. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on my top 25 college football playoff predictions going into Week 11. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.